I've fixed the wasp situation at the farm. Hello, I'm Griffith, welcome to Beekeeing Griffith. Here we talk everything beekeeping, farming, countryside living, and we do reviews as well. Now I have sorted the wasp problem out here. No wasps flying, the warm room is totally sealed and nothing is getting in there, and they've stopped trying to get in there. Oh, I couldn't work out what's happened. Why have they stopped going in there? Because I've been sealing up all the holes. Every time I find another hole to seal, because that construction is chipboard and basically expanding glue sealing the joints up. Well, the wasp has chewed through bits of the expanding glue and they've gone into the warm room. So I've been busy sealing up everything with silicone, and I have reached the stage now where that is sealed and the wasps have given up. But as the honey crop was coming in, I had some supers. Well, they weren't supers, they were brood box. Well, some were supers that the frames had burst out during extraction, or cut comb frames, so they need melting down and foundation put back in, which I didn't do. I just put new ones in this year. So I had 2 pallets worth of supers with, you know, bits of frame, or the frame without the wax, but they were a bit sticky, and brood boxes which I put on last year to catch the honey because the crop was so good, which I didn't need that this year. So I moved them outside, and what I normally do with stuff, I strap stuff up on pallets. I put either a piece of OSB or plywood or chipboard down on top of a pallet, and I stack the supers or boxes, pallet wrap that up, and that is pretty good. You don't tend to get bees causing you problems. So I did exactly the same here. I put 2 pallets on bits of wood so it's totally sealed. Pallet wrapped the whole thing and it was fine for a while. Then the wasps found these pallets, and every day they were chewing their way in, and more wasps was coming in, and it was causing a bit of a problem. I thought, you know, how on earth am I going to fix this wasp plague I've got here on the farm this year? And it is a plague. I mean, I've never seen so much wasps here ever in my entire life. So I thought, right, I'll go on the computer, and I bought pallet covers, which you can see here. These are just big pallet covers. There's a few different companies. I think this was from something like Lion Trading or something. And I bought some of them. I thought they'd be always handy if I got to store something outside, bit of protection on top of the pallet wrap. Well, this has basically fixed the problem on the farm. You can see some wasps flying around here. And what happens is wasps, they come down, they crawl underneath the gap, so there is no actual gap there, but they make their way in, and then they can't get out. So basically, I've literally, I don't want to lift that up to show you, but there's literally, must be thousands of wasps underneath these sheets. Now, I don't know if you can hear them. Just everywhere I touch. Is wasps. So there must be a good few nests worth of wasps. They've gone in there by themselves, and this isn't a trap or anything. This is just something I put on to try and stop the wasps getting in there, because I was just reaching a point where, you know, I've got to take supers to my dad's house now, because it's just not safe to leave anything out here. And they're basically going in there, committing suicide, and that's it. And before I put these up, I had to put some traps up, and I've got these 2 traps here. We sell these 2 traps. This is a dome trap, and we got a bag trap. Now these are suitable for Asian hornets as well, so if you're monitoring for Asian hornets, I've got traps and lures to do the job. So you can see in there, I've been catching wasps in there, that's pretty full. But out of the 2 traps, by far, this bag is the best. I mean, look how much wasps I'm catching. I just put that there the other day, so there's not so much in there. But I'm well impressed with how good these traps are. Now, if you're watching, you're thinking, oh, Griff, that's cruel, you know, you're trapping these wasps. Well, let me talk to you about the life cycle of the wasp quick. Basically, you don't see the wasp all spring, all summer. They are busy hunting caterpillars and bugs and everything, and if you're a gardener, wasp is your friend. Now this time of year, normally it's not till September we get a problem, but this year the year is 1 month ahead, so we're having the wasp problems a month early. Basically, all the queens, they fly out the nest, they go to hibernate, and they're left with an army of wasps that have lost their job. And basically what the wasp does all summer is it hunts, cuts up bits of bugs, insects, animals, whatever it can get its hands on, takes that meat back, feeds that meat to the larva inside the nest. Then the larva inside that nest secretes a sugary solution to the wasp as a thank you. The wasp gets addicted to that sugar and turns it into a hunting machine. Basically a crack addict looking for something to kill, to bring that back to get this fixed. Now, they can't get that sugar fix from the nest anymore because the nest is slowly dying. It's reached the full life cycle of the wasp, its natural life cycle. So there's no new wasps being born now. And basically these wasps are waiting to die. And what normally happens is once we get the first frost, that kills all the wasps, and you know, it's basically one big hit and it's job done. So basically the wasps we're killing now, they've got no ecological value left really. That's why you see them on the pubs, cafes, restaurants, and you know, all these food premises. They put traps up, and they only need to do that now this time of year. But this year there's been a pandemic, or I don't know what you call. Is it a plague you call it? I think so, like a locust plague. It's been a plague this year, and apparently, talking to a pest controller, spring was so good. And what normally happens in spring is you get you know, natural selection. So not all the queens survive out of hibernation and build a nest successfully. Because the weather was so good this year, most of them did build a nest successfully, and you've got this overpopulation of wasps. Now, talking to a few different people who are into insects, apparently this year is really bad for insects, for a cross range of insects. But apparently, the thriving wasp population has had a lot to do with that. More wasps killing insects, etc. That population lowering. So there's an abnormal amount of wasps this year. Whether that's global warming or whatever, I don't know. But this year there's been a sincere wasp problem. But just a quick video, I thought I'd show you this. So if you've got some boxes which wasps are getting to, pallet wrap them up, then throw a pallet sheet or a pallet bag, heavy duty pallet bag over it, and that has done the job. Now this one is double bagged and this one is single bag, so I think if you double bag it, that's even better for them not to escape. But basically the wasps are flying in, but hardly anything is flying out, and that has basically saved a huge amount of stress. Because at one time in the last 2 weeks I thought, I don't know what else to do. You know, are they just going to continually, you know, break into my honey house and eat my entire honey crop, and I'm going to have to start extracting sooner to get done with it? But no, job done. So I have learned something useful this year, so hopefully you've learned something useful now. Well, that's it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and don't forget, if you like this video and you want to watch more of the same kind of content, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I try my best to upload it every week. Thanks for watching.